Looks bad, General Flag. One of our research stations has been wiped out in a commando-style raid. All personnel dead. All records missing. We had lost contact with this station a week ago, and severe weather conditions prevented any sort of relief mission. Now this.
It doesn't make sense. The nearest settlement is 100 miles away across the ice. The Russian Research Station. But why would they commit such an overt and stupid act?
I could load up my Air Mobile boys and buzz Ivan's base for a look-see.
Negative, Colonel. There's been no word from Moscow. Let's not risk making a sticky situation any stickier. Seal the station and clamp a security lid on your personnel until further notice.
Will do, sir. Over and out.
General Austin, could it be that the Moscow brass doesn't know what's happened? Men have been known to go bonkers in the Arctic from the isolation.
Flag, if Moscow really is in the dark, then maybe we can salvage something from this situation.
Perhaps our team stumbled on something so secret that the Russian station personnel were afraid to inform their superiors of the breach in security.
We better cover ourselves and check it out. Send in the G.I. Joe team.
Indeed, I've already taken the liberty of pulling the dossiers on the 4 team members best qualified for this mission.
I suspected as much. It's a shame. They're all on leave after their last assignment.
What a setup. This is perfect. Perfect. Come on, baby. Don't bolt on me now. Hold still for one more second. There, you've been scared off.
E5, Alonzo Wilkinson, codename Stalker. General Flag has canceled your leave.
Yeah? I'm about to cancel your face. I've been tracking that stag for 6 hours. And you jokers had just blown my perfect shot.
Who's the cute guy running the crystalline fracture point program?
They call him Breaker. Works for the government. Comes in every other month or so and plays with the computers.
Oh, I'd like to meet him. Oh, but I don't want to come off too forward. He seems a little shy.
It's almost coffee break time. Why don't we both invite him down to the commissary for a snack? I could manage to get lost.
Good idea. Let's... What? He's gone.
Half point for O'Hara. 30 seconds remaining in this match.
Are you E5 Shanna O'Hara, codename Scarlett?
Who's asking?
I'm under orders from General Flag to escort you back to your duty station. Your leave has been canceled.
Flag? Why didn't you say so? Couldn't you have waited until I made the point?
No, ma'am.
I don't think my opponent is ready to concede. Please excuse me while I attend to business. Hey-ya!
Hey, you can't just barge in here. This is intolerable. You have no jurisdiction.
Don't cross me, mister. I've had a rough day. Okay, Mr. Rank Classified Snake Eyes, your leave is canceled. So you can pull your wet little butt out of there and... My God. That face.
He'll be far more presentable if you give him time to put his mask back on. We've grown accustomed to his appearance. He spends up to 8 hours at a time in that total sensory deprivation unit.
Well, better get dressed, soldier. You got a plane to catch.
So we still don't know what happened at our research station. We're hoping that you can find out. I must stress the point that this is a reconnaissance mission. Your primary objective is observation. You are not to initiate any contact with the opposition. If fired upon, you are to withdraw in an orderly manner and contact the command center for further instructions. Breaker has been issued a new communications rig which has the capability of sending and receiving teleprints. Relay visual intelligence as you gather it. We will forward any new data as you need it. Your secondary mission is the retrieval of the missing records from our research station. I don't care how you get them, as long as you don't compromise the primary mission. In other words, don't get caught. We are dropping you within marching distance of the Russian station. Get ready to hit the silk. And good luck.
sis. We're gonna need it. Listen up, Breaker. This is gonna be a piece of cake. We're packing the latest in high-tech hardware.
Stalker, there's one piece of equipment General Flagg neglected to give us.
What's that?
His bag of dirty tricks.
We'll set up our blind and dig in under cover of this powder flurry. The Russian station is right below us.
We might be in for a long wait. Those Russian Quonset huts are buttoned up tighter than a clam with lockjaw.
Probably sitting with their feet on a hot stove, sipping tea and munching caviar. Heads up! Someone's coming across the ice.
Impossible. Aside from the American station, the nearest settlement is 1,000 miles away.
It's an Eskimo with a dog sled.
A hunter who got lost?
No Eskimo gets lost 1,000 miles worth.
Besides, what do you hunt? A 30 cal belt-fed machine gun.
He's strolling in like he owns the place. Out already? Couldn't have been in there more than a minute. Now he's taking off towards the coast.
Where'd he come from? And where's he going?
That's not the $50,000 question, Scarlett. What I want to know is, why did he leave the door open?
You're right, Stalker. You don't leave doors open up here.
Unless nobody's home.
If nobody's home, we can't initiate contact with the opposition, right?
Right. Besides, it's gotta be warmer in there than out here. We do it by the numbers. Snake Eyes and Breaker go in high. Scarlett and I will go in low. Ready?
Yo!
Now!
Good lord.
Ain't this a kick in the head? The Russian scientists are all dead. Frozen stiff. By the looks of it, they've been this way for at least a week.
Poor devils. Their heating unit must have conked out.
Hey, this setup here is for long-range, ultra-low frequency beam transmission. That's a biologic frequency that can affect human brain waves. But a key part is missing, the frequency modulator.
The Eskimo!
Look, the safe's been rifled. I'll bet that Eskimo's got the American records as well as the Russians.
Snake Eyes, what is it? What's wrong? Uh-oh. Nanook left us a TNT surprise.
I'll bet he's no run-of-the-mill Eskimo.
Brilliant production, Breaker.
Thanks.
That Eskimo's good. Too good. He's gotta be working for the Russians. They probably brought him in by plane. But if they're really gonna play it safe, they'll be picking him up by submarine. That's why he's making for the coast. Here's the film I shot from the blind. Radio teleprint it back to General Flagg. And let's see if he can get us a make on our blubber-chewing friend.
A reply might take a while, Stalker.
We're not waiting. We're breaking camp and going after him.
What? We'll never catch up with him. He's got a dog sled and we're walking.
We're not walking. We're running. He's got no need to hurry. He doesn't know that anybody is following him.
Hold it, Breaker. Your teleprinter's clacking away. General Flagg must have dug up a dossier on our Eskimo. Phew. This guy has all the earmarks of that most dreaded of all antagonists, the highly motivated individual.
It's almost dark, or as dark as it can get up here at this time of year. Kwinn will have to camp soon. If we double time it all the way, we might catch up to him before he starts up again. There's Kwinn, toasting his toes by a nice warm fire.
That must be the plane that brought him in. Appears to have cracked upon landing.
Where's the pilot and navigator? Quinn's file didn't mention flight training.
They're either dead or waiting ahead at the submarine pickup point. Heck, let's take him. Our man has you covered, Kwinn. Don't make any sudden... What?
Very good.
You arrived sooner than I expected. This is a fail-safe remote detonator. If I release my grip on it, there will be a 50-foot crater where we now stand. I advise you to drop your weapons. They're of no further use to you. It's ironic your fear makes you compliant. Did you know that the Russians were using their research station to beam low-frequency fear waves at the US in an experiment to induce mass paranoia? Put your packs on the sled. The shielding on their transmitter leaked, and the Russian crew became quite paranoid. Is this your radio? They thought the Americans were spying on them, so they killed them. When their heater broke down, they were too far gone to fix it. I was hired to retrieve the American records, and the Russian frequency modulator, and to destroy the evidence. The crew of this plane is waiting for me at the base camp by the sea, where a sub will pick us up at precisely noon tomorrow. The Russians are quite punctual. Never early, never late, always right on the button.
Why are you telling us all this? According to your dossier, you've never divulged one iota of information to a single living person. Snake Eyes, what are you trying to... Oh.
The Shadow Man has eyes of a shaman. He sees spirits of snow and ice gazing at his soul, like a hungry bear. I'll tell you my secrets, because you are all dead men. You have no supplies, no radio. Farewell.
He's right. We've had it.
If we start back right now, we might stand a chance of getting back to the American Research Station.
No. We go after him. This is what we have to do.
You were right, Stalker. This plane's compass is still functional.
And the navigator's table, it's loaded with maps of this sector.
Snake Eyes has got the landing skis dismantled, and I've got the lightweight passenger seats. Parachute's intact.
We've got all the parts we need to build an ice boat.
The winds are strong up here. We ought to be able to outrun a dog sled. We'll sail on a course at a slight angle to his, keeping well out of sight. We'll tack over before we reach the sea, intersect his route, and lay our ambush.
Why are we bringing the explosives? Kwinn left them behind because he knew they were worthless without detonator caps.
Snake Eyes insists on taking them. I can't always figure out what he's got planned, but he's always got a good reason for doing anything. This passage under the ice bridge is Kwinn's most direct route to the coast. It would be the perfect spot to plant our explosives, if we had something to detonate them.
Hey, look what Snake's just pulled out of his boot. 2 loaded clips of ammo.
I should have known that he'd always have a secret stash. Hurry, empty the primers and powder into my canteen cup. When I pull this length of parachute cord, that 200-pound slab of ice is gonna crush that canteen cup full of primers and powder, setting off a small explosion that will detonate the plastic explosives and cause the ice bridge to collapse.
He's coming!
Quick, get under cover! We got to pull his dogs to safety and get him before he recovers. Hurry, Snake Eyes, we're gonna need those dogs! Hey, Kwinn's not here. He's vanished.
Do you really believe Kwinn would fall for such an obvious ruse? I regret having to shoot anything I can. But...
Hey, Fatso, chew on this.
Way to go, Scarlett!
Good try, pretty lady. But Kwinn has fought the polar bear. And won.
What's Snake Eyes doing?
Look, he was holding out another ammo clip.
The Shadow Man has the speed of a weasel. Luckily, I took the precaution of adding the firing pins from your weapons to the weasel skull necklace as a charm against death by gunfire. Not so lucky for you, eh? Soon the spirits of snow and ice will devour your souls. That is sad, for you are all brave fighters. You know, I regret having taken this assignment from the Russians, because they are tampering with fear, and fear is the greatest killer of all. Greater than snow or ice. This frequency modulator is a concentrated nugget of fear, waiting to pollute the world with distrust and loathing. I feel that the only way to neutralize it is to give it to you.
Then why don't you?
I can't. A contract is a contract, to the letter of the word. If only there was some other way.
It's Comrade Kwinn. He's a full 2 hours early.
I wanted time to calculate. It's in gold, of course.
Of course! You have the American Seki records and our low-frequency modulator?
Of course. The research station has been destroyed, and the American G.I. Joe team has been neutralized.
Excellent!
Then, if you will attest to the fulfillment of my contract, I shall be on my way.
You have done well, Comrade Kwinn, but aren't you going to wait for the SOG?
No, I want to be far away when the G.I. Joe team arrives here. I abhor senseless violence.
What? You must stay here and protect us until the submarine arrives. You have a contract with us.
My contract was fulfilled. This job is ended.
You have aided the Americans to destroy us!
No, I have done nothing but hinder them in every possible way. I left them 5 miles from here with no firing pins in their weapons. However, I stopped 1 mile from you, and I left my weasel skull necklace in the cairn as an offering to the spirits of snow and ice, that fear might vanish from them. Perhaps if you find my cairn before they do, you might dispel my prayer. They are 4 miles from it to your one. But they are trackers, and you are not.